Welcome back to the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins from the United States of America. Today, we are diving deep into a coin that many people may have seen in circulation but never gave much attention to. Yet, for the right collector and under the right conditions, this very coin could be worth an incredible fortune. We're talking about the 2016 D Mint Mark Fort Moultrie Washington Quarter Dollar. This piece of modern coinage carries more history, artistry, and hidden value than most people realize. By the end of this video, you'll learn not only the background of the Fort Moultrie quarter but also the different factors that make it valuable, the key eras and varieties to look out for, and how you might even have one sitting quietly in your pocket change. Historical background. Let's start with the history that inspired the design. The 2016 Fort Moultrie quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that ran from 2010 through 2021. Each coin in this series celebrated a national park or historic site in the United States, creating a rich tapestry of American culture and heritage captured in metal. The Fort Moultrie design pays tribute to South Carolina and its role in the Revolutionary War. Fort Moultrie, originally known as Fort Sullivan, was the site of a crucial battle in 1776. When British warships attempted to capture Charleston, the fort's defenders, led by Colonel William Moultrie, held them off in an astonishing display of courage. The palmetto log walls of the fort absorbed the impact of cannon fire, and the defenders managed to repel the attack, giving the young revolutionaries a badly needed morale boost. This battle was one of the first major victories against the British Navy. The imagery on the coin's reverse design brings that story to life. It depicts Sergeant William Jasper heroically holding the regimental flag after it was shot down during the battle. Despite the danger, Jasper raised the flag again, rallying the troops and ensuring that morale stayed high. This moment became legendary, and today, it is immortalized on the 2016 Fort Moultrie quarter. The design, the obverse of the coin, is the traditional portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932 and used on quarters ever since, with minor modifications. On the reverse, designed by Richard Scott, we see the dramatic moment of Jasper lifting the flag, surrounded by the inscriptions: Fort Moultrie, South Carolina, e pluribus unum, and the year 2016. Now, what makes this quarter particularly intriguing is that it comes from the Denver Mint, identified by the D Mint mark. While millions of these coins were minted, collectors have discovered that not all Fort Moultrie quarters are created equal. Condition, rarity, and errors can drastically affect value. Collecting the Fort Moultrie quarter. When we talk about modern quarters, most people assume they're only worth 25 cents. But collectors know better. Even coins minted in the last decade can skyrocket in value if they meet certain criteria. The Fort Moultrie quarter was issued in different forms. First, the standard circulation strike coins produced in huge quantities. Second, the uncirculated versions sold directly to collectors. Third, the proof versions struck with extra care, often in silver. While the average coin found in change may not seem special, high-grade examples can command impressive prices. Coin grading and value factors. Grading is everything in the coin world. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with Mint State 70 being a flawless specimen. The vast majority of Fort Moultrie quarters you'll see in circulation are heavily worn, often falling in the about uncirculated or extremely fine categories. These are still interesting keepsakes but don't carry huge premiums. However, once you move into Mint State grades, the story changes. A coin graded MS65 or higher, meaning it has only minor imperfections visible under magnification, can be worth far more than face value. Collectors pay big money for well-preserved modern coins, especially those that show strong details, sharp strikes, and brilliant luster. Now, here's where things get truly exciting. The most valuable Fort Moultrie quarters are not just about condition. They often involve minting errors or varieties. Errors and varieties to look for. Errors are the treasures of the coin world. When a mistake happens at the mint, such as a double die strike, off-center strike, or misaligned die, it creates coins that are unique, sometimes one of a kind. Because collectors love rarity, error coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For the 2016 D Fort Moultrie quarter, collectors have reported several error types: die cracks, small raised lines on the surface of the coin where the die began to break, cuds, missing sections of the coin where part of the die failed. Off-center strikes, coins where the design isn't properly centered, double die obverse or reverse, coins where the lettering or design looks double due to a misalignment. During striking, these error coins are rare, but if you happen to find one, you could be holding a miniature jackpot in your hand. Why people collect modern quarters? Some people ask, why would a coin minted just a few years ago be worth so much? The answer is supply and demand. Modern collectors want to assemble complete sets of the America the Beautiful series. That means they need every quarter from every year and every mint. The Fort Moultrie coin is one of those pieces, and demand for high-grade examples is fierce. Additionally, history plays a role. The Revolutionary War theme appeals to patriotic collectors, while South Carolina locals are particularly fond of the Fort Moultrie design. Add in the possibility of rare errors, and suddenly this modern quarter becomes a highly sought-after item. Where do you find these coins? The beauty of modern collectible quarters is that they still turn up in everyday circulation. You could receive one as change at the grocery store, find one in a coin roll from the bank, or even discover one in an old jar of coins at home. Many collectors enjoy coin roll hunting, where they purchase rolls of quarters directly from banks and search them for high-grade specimens and errors. You can also buy Fort Moultrie quarters online through auction sites, coin dealer websites, or coin shows. But remember, condition is key, so always look for coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC if you're spending significant money. Auction records and collector stories. In recent years, Fort Moultrie quarters have attracted attention in auctions, with certain rare errors and high-grade specimens selling for surprising amounts. Collectors who thought they had just an ordinary coin discovered that, with the right combination of rarity and condition, their quarter could fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One story that circulates in the coin community involves a collector who pulled a near-pristine Fort Moultrie quarter from a roll and submitted it for grading. It came back as an MS-68, nearly flawless, and ended up selling for an impressive figure. That's the kind of discovery that keeps collectors searching. The thrill of the hunt. Part of the fun of coin collecting is the thrill of the hunt. The 2016 D Fort Moultrie quarter represents a perfect example of how modern coins can hold hidden treasures. Whether you're searching for errors, pristine examples, or just building a set of the America the Beautiful quarters, this coin offers excitement for both beginners and seasoned numismatists. So, next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look at any 2016 quarters you come across. Pay attention to the mint mark. If you see that D for Denver, check the details. Is it well preserved? Do you notice any unusual markings or doubling? It could be worth far more than just 25 cents. Collectors and historians alike treasure this coin because it represents not just currency but a story of bravery, resilience, and patriotism from America's fight for independence. Sergeant Jasper's courage, the defense of Fort Moultrie, and the artistry of modern coin design all come together in this single quarter. And while most of these coins will always be worth face value, a select few, those in extraordinary condition or bearing rare minting errors, have reached astonishing heights in the collector's market. In fact, one such Fort Moultrie quarter has been recorded to sell for as much as $33,488. Welcome back to our channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins from the United States of America. Today, we are diving deep into a modern coin that might still be circulating in your pocket change, yet holds an incredible story, historical importance, and even the potential to be worth thousands of dollars. We are talking about the 2019 P Mint Mark American Memorial Park Washington quarter dollar. This isn't just another piece of metal, it's a miniature work of art, a tribute to history, and in some cases, a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered by those lucky enough to recognize its true value. Before we get into the details of the 2019 P quarter, let's set the stage with some history. The Washington quarter itself was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of the first President of the United States, George Washington. Over the decades, the quarter has become one of the most widely used and most collected coins in the country. From the classic Eagle Reverse to the 50-state quarters program, and eventually to the America the Beautiful series, the quarter has transformed into a canvas that tells the nation's story. And in 2019, as part of the America the Beautiful quarters program, the U.S. Mint released one of its most symbolic and breathtaking designs, the American Memorial Park Quarter. This design represents not just history, but the memory of sacrifice and the enduring respect America holds for those who gave their lives for freedom. Located in Saipan, part of the Northern Mariana Islands, the American Memorial Park is dedicated to honoring the American soldiers and local islanders who lost their lives during the Marianas Campaign in World War II. It is a place where history meets solemn remembrance, a space that speaks of courage, sacrifice, and the heavy cost of war. The coin's reverse captures this solemn spirit perfectly. Designed by Donna Weaver, the artwork features a young Chamorro woman in traditional dress standing in front of the flag circle and court of honor. She gazes upward toward the American flag, which symbolizes freedom, unity, and remembrance. The woman represents the people of the Northern Mariana Islands, and her presence in the design makes it deeply personal and emotional. It's not just another design. It's a coin that tells a story of loss, respect, and gratitude. Now, when we talk about the 2019 P. Mint mark, we're focusing specifically on the coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint is one of the largest coin-producing facilities in the world, and it has been at the heart of U.S. coinage for over 2 centuries. Every coin produced there bears the letter P to indicate its origin. For collectors, that little letter P means everything. It tells us not just where the coin was struck, but it helps us track mintage numbers, rarity, and variations that might occur in production. In the case of the 2019 American Memorial Park Quarter, millions were struck, but as we'll see, some of them turned out to be far more valuable than face value. So you might be asking, why would a coin minted as recently as 2019 be worth more than 25 cents? The answer lies in a combination of factors: mintage numbers, design significance, condition, errors, and collector demand. The America the Beautiful series was already a favorite among collectors, but the American Memorial Park Quarter stood out because of its emotional design and the story behind it. Many coin enthusiasts rushed to collect it as soon as it was released, and today, uncirculated and high-grade versions are already selling for impressive amounts. But what truly makes this coin interesting are the error coins that slip through the minting process. From doubled dies to misaligned strikes, a small number of 2019 P quarters have been discovered with unique variations, making them highly sought after. Imagine finding one of these error coins in your change. It's like winning the lottery for collectors. Error coins are one of the most exciting areas of coin collecting. They occur when something goes wrong during the minting process. Sometimes the die is misaligned, sometimes the planchet is imperfect, and other times the coin receives a doubled image. While most people wouldn't even notice these tiny differences, coin collectors know they can drastically increase the value of a coin. For the 2019 P American Memorial Park Quarter, reports of die chips, cuds, and even doubling on certain features have made headlines in the coin community. Collectors are always hunting for these oddities, and each error makes the coin not just rare, but truly one of a kind. Another key factor in determining the value of this quarter is its condition. In coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin straight out of circulation, with scratches and wear, will usually only be worth face value. But a coin in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch a much higher price. Coins graded MS65 or higher are considered gems. With no noticeable flaws and sharp detail, these coins are a collector's dream. For the 2019 P quarter, finding one in mint state condition means you're holding a coin worth far more than just 25 cents. Beyond rarity and condition, the value of any coin also depends on collector demand. The American Memorial Park design has become one of the most admired in the America the Beautiful series. Its emotional symbolism, combined with its relatively recent release, has created a strong demand among collectors. When demand is high, prices go up. This is why, even though millions of these coins were struck, specific high-grade examples and error coins are being sold at auctions for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. Now here's the fun part. You don't need to be a professional numismatist or a wealthy investor to potentially find one of these coins. They are still out there in circulation. That means you could find one in your pocket change, in a roll of quarters from the bank, or even in your piggy bank at home. Every time you come across a quarter, take a closer look. Check for the 2019 date and the P mint mark. Then examine the coin carefully for signs of errors, doubling, or unusual markings. Even a regular 2019 P in excellent condition can be worth setting aside. Who knows, you might be sitting on a hidden treasure without realizing it. It's fascinating to think about how something as ordinary as a quarter can carry such extraordinary significance. These coins passed through countless hands, buying coffee, paying for parking, or dropped into vending machines. Yet for those who take the time to look closely, they reveal stories of history, remembrance, artistry, and hidden value. The American Memorial Park Quarter will always be remembered as more than just part of a coin series. It is a tribute to sacrifice and the resilience of a people, and at the same time, it's an opportunity for collectors to own a piece of history. So, the next time you get change back at the grocery store or open a fresh roll of quarters, don't overlook what's in your hands. That shiny little piece of metal might just be a 2019 P mint mark American Memorial Park Washington quarter dollar. If it's in pristine condition or happens to have an error, it could be worth far more than you'd ever expect. And speaking of value, you might be wondering, what's the highest amount one of these coins has been recorded at auction for? Well, some rare and high-grade examples of the 2019 P American Memorial Park Quarter have been known to sell for an astonishing $49,266.